If you're like me, you might have a puncture repair kit for tubeless tyres, but I'm not mad on relying on these little bolts to pump my tyre back up. So I picked up an Airman Tour, a motorcycle pump. These though are rated at 10 amps, so the front port on our Tiger 1200s and actually Tiger 900s are rated at 10 amps. So you can plug these directly into the mini DIN port at the front. You just have to slide this slider here and it changes from a cigarette lighter to a DIN socket. So it can go straight in without any mods. The bike doesn't have to be started and the ignition doesn't have to be on. Let's see how long it takes to pump up the rear tyre. Zero, zero. Let's find out. Okay, 42 PSI, about 5 minutes. 5 minutes from fully flat to pumped up. So let's see, does this match? Yeah, bang on. 42 PSI and 42 PSI on the analog gauge there. So that's great. Now they recommend you leave your engine running so you don't flatten your battery. But look, I know, I've got a brand new battery, so I know I was going to be fine there. One other thing I'd like to try though, the pump is rated at 10 amps and the front socket on these bikes are at 10 amps. But this rear socket, if you have one fitted, at the back of the Tigers, is rated at 5 amps. I want to see if it trips the electronic fuse. Yeah, I used the rear socket. It was a short video, it instantly tripped. So it's too much for that rear socket. As I say, that's 5 amp electrically fused and it immediately took it out. That'll just reset itself, no harm done. Yeah, if you don't have a bike with a DIN socket like these Tigers here, or a cigarette lighter socket, well, you may well have a cigarette lighter socket, but check your bike's manual, because often they won't be rated at 10 amps. I just tripped the fuse on that 5 amp output back there. So you might put something like a fused cigarette lighter under the seat or something like that straight off your battery and plug it in that way. The alternative, of course, if you've got tender cabling coming out under your seat, you could just have an SAE connector on the end of your cigarette lighter and connect it to your tender socket and use it that way. That's dead handy actually. So would I carry it everywhere with me? No, I don't think I would day to day. But if I was going on a journey or a bit of a tour or a weekend away, yeah, definitely something I'd throw in my bags. Downsides, they're a bit bulky, aren't they? Yeah, the ruler is quite big, yeah. I have big rulers. Yeah, 150 mil long, about 120 wide. So they're a little bit bulky. Now you do see some people that take all this plastic off the pump and stuff. But look, you've got about 10-12 feet of cable. It's got to go somewhere. So it goes in all this empty hole and stuff like that. So I think you might as well keep the plastic on. And if you go around in a bunch of you, just one of you agree to carry one rather than carry 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, that's good. People with cheap bikes, they don't get nice stuff like that. Yeah, they're poor people. Yeah, they don't get like sockets and DIN sockets. They have to wire shit under the seat.